Welcome to All Things Nate. Today we are talking about relationships, specifically between ADHD and non-ADHD. We're going to talk about my marriage a little bit, and we're going to talk about just how I do life with the rest of you people. So the inspiration for this topic, ADHD and non-ADHD and doing relationships, comes from a video that I'm going to link in the description. I highly recommend it. I honestly haven't finished it because it's like 55 minutes long, but every bit I've watched has been really good. I've loved the conversations that they're having, so I would encourage that. Linked, good to go. Two things I want to do today. The first thing I want to do is I want to say a huge thank you to my wife, and I want to do it in a public way. She has put up with, in private, way more than any of you will ever understand. If you saw episode 1.5, which was a bonus episode, you get a tiny glimpse of what she's had to put up with for over 18 years of marriage, guys. I don't know how I do 18 minutes with myself sometimes. It drives me crazy, and y'all know it, and that's good. She has put up with this for so long and so loving and gracious and kind. No, she's not perfect, but she is amazing. So thank you to my wife. Now the second part of the first thing is that y'all need to thank her too. And the only reason I'm even a semi-functioning adult in this world is because of my wife. So as annoying as I can be and distractible and unorganized, you have no idea how bad it would be without her. She introduced me to sticky notes. She introduced me to structure, which I just saw a video the other day by a doctor who was talking about how the adult ADHD brain has a tendency to not want structure, but to need it, because without it, our symptoms tend to be worse, right? And so that structure in my life to center me and give me some of that normalcy, as it were, is something that she instilled in our marriage and in our family without understanding the value of it and how necessary that was for me and our kids. She introduced me to having a piece of paper on the weekends and writing out everything I could think of as I thought of it that I wanted done over the weekend. Add things all day, cross them off, put every single detailed step. If I have something extra that I do, I add it and then cross it off. And the value to all of this is all the steps are there when I'm thinking about it. So then when I'm distractible later, I still get things done because every step is written and I can't miss something. And when I get to the end of the day, I don't end up frustrated like I've had a wasted weekend because the 10 extra things I got done, or one, whatever, the extra things I got done are listed for me and I can see what I crossed out that was extra. So if I didn't get my original list done, I can be okay with that because I can see how I didn't waste my time and stayed focused with things, because every time I was distracted going, oh, I need to do this, I would just write it down and then be able to refocus on what I was doing. So little life hacks, honestly, that are helpful for everybody. And so you can all thank her for those wonderful life hacks if those are helpful, but thank her for the fact that I have any sense of being able to function in a neurotypical world is thanks to my wife. So that's the first part of the video today. The second thing I want to talk about is just doing life with people who don't have ADHD. So I am a funny guy. And I said it that way on purpose because I am a funny guy, because I think I'm a funny guy. And I know some of you don't agree with me, and that's okay. Because if I think it's funny, and I'm going to laugh at my own joke, then I'm good. That's fine. That's enough. It's good. It's great. I love it when people join me. I love making people happy. I love people. I love working with people and helping people with things. So people matter to me. But I remember in my 20s, even into my early 30s, I would get so caught up in jokes and laughter, and I still struggled, frankly, with the hyperactive portion that I deal with a lot less now. And I remember getting a sense from people of, when are you going to grow up? Like, we don't need a class clown anymore. We need you to be an adult. And only a few people ever actually said that to me. Most of the time it was just a sense that I got, but the hard part was less about what you guys were thinking, looking at my life. It was more of me, because I remember wondering when I was going to grow up. I remember all the times I didn't finish things and being so frustrated and wondering when that was going to stop and when I would suddenly have some switch flip that I'd be able to finish the things that I wanted to finish. An example for you. When we moved into this house, I super excited, decided I was going to be creative and crafty, and I had my daughter go through a website and pick a latch hook rug, pretty big latch hook rug, and told her I was going to do it for her. I was going to be the reason she had something on this hardwood floor because we weren't used to that, and cold feet in the morning, so I was going to make her a rug. People, it was over 2 years, and at least 9 months of that time it sat in the closet doing absolutely nothing. And I remember feeling so frustrated, and what example am I setting for my kids that I'm going to tell her that I'm going to do something for her and it takes over 2 years to finish it. And I had constant feelings of failure because I wasn't doing what I said I would do. And then when I was, it was just to complete the thing. It wasn't because I wanted to do it. It was because I wanted to have completed it for her. Yes, but I had no desire to do the thing by that point, right? And what I'm trying to get better at is being able to look in the mirror and go, yeah, but you finished it. And you did give it to her. And yes, it took you forever, but that means you got to show her perseverance. And you showed her a time when you quit for most of a year and you picked it up and did it because you love her and she matters to you, right? And so what's the lesson? What's the takeaway from this? I need to be okay with success for me being different than success for a lot of you. You taking 2 years to do a project that should take you 3 months, probably not as okay. And it might be, there might be context, but for me, just finishing it, I need to be able to cheer for myself and say, good job, well done. Way to show your kids perseverance, way to show your daughter love. And that's good. And that's needed in your life to be able to say, I finished that and I did it for her. So, what do you guys got? Thoughts, comments, suggestions, things you'd like me to talk about more along what we talked about today, other topics? What do you want to add? What experiences have you had with things similar to this? Either doing life with neurotypical people if you're not, or as a neurotypical person experiencing doing life with people with non-neurotypical brains. As always, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking my Facebook page, that'll be linked here too. If you subscribe, click the bell so you'll get notifications on Tuesdays and if I do a bonus episode on a Thursday. And I'll catch you guys next time on All Things Nate.